To be honest with you, when I first heard about the assignment, I didn't know what I was going to pick. I needed to find an organization that I was interested in, and there really wasn't at the time. So I got on the internet, I got on Google, and I typed in a few key phrases that I was interested in. I'm a criminal justice major, so I typed in things like juvenile delinquency, drug rehabilitation, and drug abuse. And one of the organizations that I found was one I've heard of before, but was never really knew about, never interested in, but now I am. My organization is DARE America. DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education, and their goal is to fight the war on drug addiction using kids in our country. They believe that we need to stop the problem before it begins. DARE is a nonprofit organization started in 1983 by the LA Police Department along with the Unified School District. Their simple starting fact was prevention is the only long-term solution. In case you guys don't know, DARE is a 10-week course that goes on in schools around the country. It is taught by a trained police officer. There are 50,000 trained officers in the United States that teach DARE, and it's taught in the grades of 5th or 6th grade. DARE's mission statement: teach students good decision-making skills to help live a safe and healthy life. Their main goal, their main kick, is to resist temptation. They teach kids the skills they need to know to resist temptation and just say no. They use a straightforward approach using statistics and facts in order to get the point across. There's no sugarcoating, it's just straight put to the kids, which is a great way for kids of that age to learn, because they're at that point in their life, they're getting in that point where they can understand what's going on in the world, and they enjoy the fact that they can be spoken to like adults, and that's what gets the point across. DARE has 4 main goals that they use in their class. Number 1 is to understand the risks. They teach kids that drugs produce brain damage. If you abuse drugs, you're gonna grow up and you're gonna have holes in your head, and we've all seen the pictures, but that's what they do. That's their number 1 goal. They tell them about the brain damage, emotional and social effects it'll have on your life, your love life, your family life, and then they get into the legal risks about it. Ultimately, if you abuse drugs and you get caught, you're going to go to jail. And telling a 5th or 6th grader that, that's going to be something that sticks in their head. Their second goal and what they try and do is to teach kids to pick good peers. Surround yourself with the people who you know you're going to be safe hanging out with, picking good friends. Because ultimately, the people you surround yourself with can break you or make you into a stronger person. So the DARE does that too. Third goal is that they show you the positive life behind drugs, behind not using drugs. If you want to grow up and be a teacher, for say, there's no way you can be a successful teacher for long if you're a drug abuser. Same thing with sports. You'll never make a positive life in sports if you're going to be a drug abuser. Their fourth goal, and I think is the most significant goal, is refusal skills, communication skills, the fact to just say no. Because at the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to. They teach kids that if someone comes up to you and says something, some people have a hard time saying no. They can't just say no, they need to explain it further. DARE tries to teach kids that it's okay to just say no to somebody and walk away, and the kid won't have any effect from that. DARE has been a major success in the United States. It's now being taught in over 300,000 classrooms across the United States, and due to that, it's being taught in 43 different countries all over the world. Not only does DARE teach students the refusal skills needed to say no to drugs, but it also opens up a connection with the police department in the town. It gets kids the ability to talk to a police officer without being scared, and that's a great thing to have, because maybe there might be another problem the kids can get over to the police officer. When you're a kid, there's really not much of a way to talk to a police officer if you're in that grade. So when you think about DARE and you think about all the good that it's done, think about your kids someday. Wouldn't you want your kids to be able to go through this program and maybe stop the drug problem before it starts? It definitely takes a lot of stress off your mind knowing that your kid's going to do through this and they're going to learn the skills needed to say no to drugs. Up here I just have the t-shirt. Everyone's probably seen it. Dare to keep kids off drugs. That's what the kids are rewarded when they graduate the 10-week program. So, thank you.